Hi everyone, this is my review of Darkness Becomes Her, and it's by Kelly Keaton, and it has 288 pages, and I love the raised cover. It's really nice, but it's a little gothic for my taste. I prefer the other cover with Airy on it. The synopsis of this book, it's about a young girl. Her name is Airy, and she became a ward of the state when she was 4 years old after the subsequent suicide of her mother. That's not actually what happened, but yeah, that's the story, that her mother committed suicide. And she wants to find out about her past, who her father is, why she's so different, because she's like no one else. She has long silver hair that's virtually indestructible. She has done everything from uh, dunked it in acid to cut it, to no avail. It comes back like it was like nothing happened to it. And she has very beautiful teal eyes, which has made her a target in a lot of foster homes that um, she was sent to. And she learned to be tough and to defend herself, and also to hide herself a lot. She downplays her beauty. But anyway, she goes to the mental hospital where her mother was a patient, and she speaks to one of the doctors there, and he informs her what happened to her mother, and he tells her that there's a box of her personal effects left behind if she wants it. And of course she does, because it's the closest that she'll get to some answers. It may not be the answers that she wants, but it will be some answers. So she takes the box, and when she opens it, inside she finds two letters and some of her mother's personal effects. And in the letter, she reads the letter, and the letter basically is her mother telling her she's sorry, she loves her, and to run. Upon reading the letter, she's paranoid because she doesn't understand why her mother, who she hasn't seen since she was basically a toddler, would tell her something like this. But at the same time, she can't help feeling that she should do what her mother says. So she packs her bag and she proceeds to run, and she runs right into trouble. And I'm not going to get into that because it's right at the beginning of the book, and for me to tell you, it would ruin that. So you'd have to read it to find that out. Um, there are a lot of things I liked about this book and a lot of things that I didn't like about this book. Okay. What I didn't like about this book was the pacing, because the first chapter really builds you up and gets you hooked, and you're thinking that you're going to be going on this action-packed ride, when in actuality you're not. And not until the last three chapters or so that this roller coaster ride happens. Basically, the whole time, from the beginning to the middle, you're just basically touring the park. And then towards the last three chapters, that's when you get on the roller coaster and go up and get the adrenaline ride that you've been waiting for the whole book. But anywho, also I do not like the fact that the baddie in this, I'm gonna spoil. I'm gonna give you a spoiler here, so I'm sorry. Is Athena, and she appears in the book, and by the time you realize that what's going on, it's kind of like snuck up on you. You don't. There's no build up to her appearance. You just hear about her and whatever, but there's no build up to say, well, oh, she's here, she's coming, whatever. Nothing. She's just there. Um, I did like the fact that they used the mythology theme very well. It's very seamless along with the paranormal um, myths. It blends very nicely. But given the fact that it's kind of like they hook you at the beginning and then they just play with your emotions in the middle towards the last three chapters, if you can get past the middle, you'll be rewarded at the end, because everything happens at the end. You find out what her curse is about. Oh yes, did I mention she's cursed? You find out what her curse is about, who her family is, who her father is, and what, pray tell, you expect in the next book. It's all worth it to get to the end. But that middle, not everyone is going to be able to suffer through the middle to get to the end. And because of that, I gave Darkness Becomes Her a 3.5 instead of a 4. That's the only reason I gave it a 3.5, because you have to suffer through the middle to get to the end, which is the goodies. And I don't want to get too much into this book because it's a good read, and I don't want to give too much away. But I hope what I have said is enough to get your interest. I hope this review is helpful. If it's not, let me know in the comment section what I can do to improve my reviews, and what I need to add or take away. Yeah, I appreciate it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.